gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist on the talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to
Hey, yo, what's good, players? It's your boy, Disney Sharpman, back out here on this Madden 21 franchise mode. And we are here with another 1 o'clock scheduled game here in week 16. Now, in this matchup, we have one team still fighting for a playoff spot, while the other basically has nothing to play for. The Indianapolis Colts, right now, they have nothing to play for because their current record is 5-9. They're just trying to finish off the season right. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, they are still fighting for a playoff berth in the AFC. They are currently the 5th seed in the AFC. They are currently 2nd in the AFC North Division. They're still fighting for that because that division is still haven't been clinched yet. So yeah, but the Colts and Steelers will do battle here from Heinz Field. As we take a look at the playoff picture, you can see the Steelers are the 5th seed currently. They could have a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens in the first round, but like I said, anything could happen since we have these last 2 weeks remaining of the season. So yeah, Indy literally has nothing to play for, but Pittsburgh does. So we're going to see who comes out on top. So if you haven't seen the first 3 games here in week 16, be sure to go check those games out. And don't forget to check out the last 15 weeks of the season as well, just in case if you missed those, because you already know that those have been concluded. And this Madden season for Madden 21 has been pretty fun. I'm so glad you guys are enjoying it because we've gotten to this far and the season has been getting into full swing just like this. But anyways, let's head down to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. The Colts and the Steelers set to do battle. Let's go.
You know, I sat down with my accountant. He said I got good news and I got bad news. Okay. I said, what's the good news? He said,
today, from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. Pittsburgh and the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on Phillip Rivers and the Indianapolis Colts.
Right at the convergence of the 3 rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field.
And there's the AFC playoff
They're all
picture.
set as they'll match up with the Indianapolis Colts.
Now, you can see Pittsburgh is still fighting for a playoff berth in the AFC wildcard.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, look, some might say that football is a young man's fancy, so to speak.
All right, so the Steelers will kick it off to the Colts to start it. So Phillip Rivers and the guys, they're going to come out onto the field first, looking to turn things around after getting shut out at home in their last game. As we're underway from Pittsburgh, and Rodgers, he's going to return it, and he's going to be taken down right at the 26, and that's where the Colts will take over, and Phillip Rivers leading away.
Who will be under center.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterbacks shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
And we're trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted.
First play,
His
it's
first
Matt.
carry of the game. Only a couple
And he
there.
gets
So he'll be
only
brought
a
down
couple
about
out of that
28.
carry, 7 to
Only
8.
a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8.
Rivers, nowhere to go. He's sacked.
Steelers take him down.
Cameron Hayward, he was the one to get him.
And that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping a tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Rivers to throw it.
Rivers, and look at this. Open T.Y. Hilton. Down the sideline is Hilton. He's got a Colts touchdown.
T.Y. Hilton, 82 yards. And the Colts are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, that's how they envisioned to get the football to start the game and score.
Extra point is good. And how about that? Indianapolis takes a quick lead, 7-0.
No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they end up in the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end
And
zone.
Switzer, he's not going to return this one. So the Steelers set to begin their opening drive. And here comes Big Ben Roethlisberger.
Ben Roethlisberger leading the way.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
1st and 10. They headed to Connor. And James Conner. And he's just taken down at the 44 and a first down. And then a 19 on the first run.
19 yards.
A good carry and a first down by James Conner, and this Pittsburgh team is really hoping he's back in form, because last year the entire Pittsburgh offense suffered without Ben Roethlisberger quarterback. James Conner only 715 combined yards, but in 2018 he was a Pro Bowl running back. Combined yardage that year, 1,470. They're hoping for 2018 James Conner in 2020.
Big Ben throwing and left side, and that one is caught. It's Abdul-Jabbar for a first down. Gain of 16.
more on that one and another first down. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man or zone. Sometimes you'll run a guy in motion to see if someone runs with him. Other times you'll empty out the backfield, spread it out, and see if everyone comes out and matches up. In any event, anytime you see man coverage, you tell your guys you got to win those matchups, because if you do,
Big Ben over the middle, and he's got Juju Smith-Schuster for a Steeler first down.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Brought me to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't
Big
it?
Ben,
Okay,
right side, and nice grab there. He connects with Eric Ebron for another first
16
down.
yards there and a first down.
Eric
again.
Ebron going against his former team.
The Steelers, his 3rd team in 4 seasons. Started in Detroit and then played 2 years with these Indianapolis Colts, even making the Pro Bowl in 2018, following a season which saw him catch 13 touchdown passes. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Now Roethlisberger on first down.
Roethlisberger, and that one is caught. Touchdown Pittsburgh. It's Abdul-Jabbar.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And the QB rating right now is sky high.
I'm surprised he was able to catch it.
And it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from
I'm surprised he was able to catch that because the defender was right there with him.
Is the number one.
Yep, that's the
highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue
And the Steelers are on the board. It's 7-7 now.
Touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. Each team's had it. Each team is scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Rodgers on the return.
Rodgers to return.
And the tackle going to be
They're
made
going to get him right at the 25. And the Colts set to begin their next drive.
Second drive coming up here for the Indianapolis Colts. Partner, just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball.
Rivers, and he fumbles. And the Steelers pick it up. And just like that, the Steelers have a first and goal.
The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
And here's Connor. And Connor gets in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
James Conner, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay
extra
right
point
there.
is good by Boswell, and the Steelers take the lead.
To make the big move towards the end zone.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7.
Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Here's Boswell to kick it away.
After the touchdown. Rodgers on the return.
He's going to return it. And he's going to be brought down right at the 27-yard line. So the Colts are going to begin their next drive.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense.
Marlon
When
Mack.
you turn it over, it changes
And
momentum.
not much there. He picks up 2 on that carry.
That's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rivers.
Rivers pressure, and it's incomplete.
Maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got
He was
hit.
trying to go to T.Y. Hilton, I suppose. Now it's 3rd down.
How well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion.
Rivers, and that one is caught. Zach Pascal, what a catch. He's got a Colts first.
Third down conversion. That's a first down and then some, a 32-yard pickup.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Look at that. What a reception.
For a chain mover. They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Rivers is going to fake the give to Taylor and set up.
It's Rivers. Rivers looking around. He's still looking around, and he fumbles again. And the Pittsburgh Steelers recover it. Now that is just ridiculous. They give Rivers all that time in and outside of the pocket, looking for somebody open.
make a change and maybe go to someone else.
But the only problem is that Rivers didn't want to throw it away. He wanted to still find somebody open.
Yeah, remember their last drive in which they scored a touchdown. That one also began in excellent field position.
And Connor, and he's going to go backwards on this carry.
In the backfield, down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now on 2nd and 13.
Big Ben. He's going to find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this to the 16, picking up a first down.
The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, then this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch.
Big Ben, end zone, and it's caught. Abdul-Jabbar, touchdown Pittsburgh.
Two first-quarter touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. Now they're going to slow him down.
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area.
And Boswell puts in the extra point, and the Steelers lead 21-7.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-7.
Chris Boswell, the kickoff for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Rodgers on the return.
Rodgers on the return.
And he'll go down.
They're going to get him down at the 25.
25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down
Rivers, and he's going to find Brandon Green for a Colts first down, which brings the first quarter to a close.
Pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing. Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Rivers now to throw on first down. He's going to wind up.
Rivers, and that one's intercepted by R.J. Smart. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back.
Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where, in order to make that big move, and maybe
here's Connor.
He needs multiple
And
takeaways.
he's going to get at least a gain of 3 on that one.
And reverberate for weeks to come. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
Big Ben caught. It's the rookie Chase Claypool for a Steeler first down.
Inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Play fake to Connor. Now
Roethlisberger, and that one's going to be complete. It's Abdul-Jabbar again for another first down.
This one good for 18. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there, picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger.
Big Ben, and he's going to find Ebron.
They get him to the
and they're going to get him at the 20.
After a pickup of 5
gain
or
of
6.
6.
A gain of 6 there on first. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps.
It's a good game right now for Big Ben. 9 for 9 throwing the ball. I wonder where that has been all season.
On second down,
And
Connor
here's
looking
Connor.
for space. And
He's going to be brought down after 12. Brings up a first down.
Pick up there, and it's a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They run with Connor.
And here's a toss. Connor.
And they'll lose
And
yardage
he's
here.
going
They
to
go
lose yardage
backwards to
here.
the 13-yard
Backwards to the
line.
13.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd and 11 now.
Big Ben. And he's going to find Abdul-Jabbar. And he's going to be tackled at the 5.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do.
The Colts are looking to hold him.
As fast as possible.
3rd and 3.
He's got man-to-man coverage and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Abdul-Jabbar finds Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown Steelers.
3 first-half touchdown passes now for Ben Roethlisberger. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
So on 3 Colts possessions, it has been turnovers. On the first possession, it wasn't, but the second, third, and fourth possession, they've all been turnovers, and they've been led to 3 Steelers scores. Extra point is good, and just like that, the Steelers are up 28-7.
And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown.
They are letting the Colts know that if we want to make the playoffs, we're going to have to start right here, because we still got to clinch our spot in the postseason. And that is exactly what the Steelers are trying to do. Because you know, right after they play Indy, they play Cleveland in their final matchup. And unfortunately for Indy, in their last matchup, they played Jacksonville, a team that has been struggling all season, and a team that they lost to back in week 1. And they're hoping for revenge then. But we're going to see how the outcome goes in this one.
He'll set up to throw from the gun.
Rivers looking around, has all day, and he finds Brandon Green for a first down.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they get towards the half.
It's Rivers.
He's going to launch this thing.
Has all day, and that one is caught. Brandon Green. What a reception. 36 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap.
I'm wondering how did he catch that with about 1-2 defenders right there. Maybe 3, but I think it was 2 defenders down there. How did he catch that? I'm just being real. How did he catch that? Rivers, and he's going to be sacked. Cameron Hayward, his second sack of the game.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5.
Rivers, and he's going to find Marlon Mack. And that one is not even going to work.
Well defensively, and it brings up 3rd.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Play action now.
Rivers, and that one is incomplete. Good defense by Smart to knock it down.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field
So
goal.
Blankenship is on for the Colts field goal.
From the left hash.
A 47-yarder. And Blankenship, he puts it in to cut it down to an 18-point game.
So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And Switzer, he's not going to return this one. This one's going to be a touchback.
So we will start here at the 25.
I guess the Steelers are not going to run out of play. They're going to take a knee.
For one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. And with time running down, they go down
Big
to a
Ben
knee.
takes a knee, and with that is going to be that's going to be it for the first half. 28-10 Pittsburgh.
Halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it.
Up next, the Atlanta Falcons can clinch a playoff berth if they can take down Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs. But the Buccaneers, they need a win and a Falcons loss in order for them and the Falcons to have one more shot for that 7th seed.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you've been watching, it was Ben Roethlisberger who led the way offensively in the first half. His 3 touchdown passes have his guys out in front. As we hand things back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
So in the first half, if it wasn't for those 3 turnovers by Indy that turned into 3 touchdowns by Pittsburgh, the Steelers wouldn't have been in the lead. But Big Ben's playing a good game. 3 touchdown passes in the first half. He's playing perfect from passing. 10 for 10. Throwing the ball. He's playing pretty well. And speaking of Big Ben, they're going to start the second half with the football. And here comes Pittsburgh.
Their passing game has certainly been buoyed by some unbelievable catches.
I love that word.
And that's the one reason that Pittsburgh is winning. Look at these catches that they're making. And it's mostly because of Abdul-Jabbar using those hands to catch these. Look, and there's Eric Ebron making a one-handed catch. I mean, they're just making a lot of huge catches. That's one of the reasons that's got them into this lead.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
Connor,
the offensive
and
staff
on the first
spent
play,
the
he gets
entire
taken
halftime
down,
just working
losing
with them
yardage.
on, here's what we
Not a
think
good way
they're
to
going
start
attack us
the
in the
second half.
Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger.
On play action, and that was going to be complete. It's Abdul-Jabbar for a first down. And you can see that Big Ben is 12 for 12 in this game.
We just saw, and also a first down. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger.
And he overshot it, and it's
Eric
incomplete.
Ebron, the big tight end, his intended target, and it's second down.
A lot of times it's that first read
And
that
that's
you
the
have.
first
Maybe you get it in
incompletion
pre-snap,
for
he
Big
locked
Ben
on
in
his
this
target,
game.
But he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10, it's Roethlisberger once more.
Big Ben, and he finds Abdul-Jabbar. And they're going to get him down inside the 40.
23 yards the pickup
Big
there.
Ben is just slinging the football right now.
Factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys
Big
are in his
Ben with
area.
pressure, and that one's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10.
Big Ben, and he's going to find Connor.
Right side, and he gets it down to the 32.
He's going to get this to the 32.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left
Picks
with
up
a
7,
3rd
third
For a
down.
second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3.
Big Ben throwing, and that one is caught. It's Smith-Schuster, and he's got to steal it first.
Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half. Ben to throw again.
Big Ben, and he's going to find Abdul-Jabbar again. And they're going to get him down at the 3-yard line.
All the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Big Ben is slinging the football in this game. But I told y'all, when DeAnthony Abdul-Jabbar got picked up by the Pittsburgh Steelers back in Week 8, he turned this entire throwing game around in a big way. And here's Connor, and he's not going to get there. He stopped at the 1.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very
Big
difficult.
Ben, and he finds Juju Smith-Schuster. Touchdown Steelers.
Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead.
And the Colts were literally defending that, and they still left people wide open.
Presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell.
How about it? 4 touchdown passes by Ben Roethlisberger. 1 touchdown run by James Conner. Quite a performance for the Steelers.
And it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone.
I guess with them coming into this game trying to fight for a playoff berth, because they still haven't clinched a playoff berth yet. Because we already know that 4 teams in the AFC have clinched. Jets, Chiefs, Titans, and Ravens have clinched a playoff berth, but 3 divisions have already been clinched. Because if you saw the playoff picture before the game started, you saw that the Jets, Chiefs, and Titans were the only ones that clinched their division. Baltimore haven't clinched their division yet, because the Steelers and Browns, they're still fighting for a playoff berth. Rivers, and open, he's going to find T.Y. Hilton. And he got an ending first down.
Quarterbacks have so many options when they have a 4 vertical route, because they can hit any one of those 4.
If you're Phillip Rivers and the guys, you got to do anything you can.
Don't lock in on any one of them. It's best for him to look in one direction and throw in another.
And Rivers, he's going to be brought down. It's Wes Gilmore who is able to get to him.
You understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Another try after the first down sack. Rivers.
It's Rivers, and he's going to find T.Y. Hilton again for another first down.
Crosses over out of bounds. An excellent pick
The dynamic duo is doing damage in this one, and they've certainly been on point throughout. And they hook up again for another big play.
And Rivers, he finds Hilton again.
And the Colts are going to have
and now the Colts have a first and goal.
Made at the 3-yard line. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker.
Rivers looking around, gets hit as he throws it incomplete.
Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. On second and goal.
Rivers, and he finds Green. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
From 3 yards out, and the Colts are able to draw a bit closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Extra point is good, and it's 35-17. Lead back to 18.
There's a touchdown. 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And Switzer, he's not going to return this one, as this one's going to be a touchback.
So we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin
and
first
Connor,
and 10.
And he's going to be taken down in the backfield.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Back now in Pittsburgh. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a second and 11. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4.
Big Ben, and he's going to find Abdul-Jabbar open. And he's got another Steeler first down. He continues to dominate this Colts defense. But Big Ben continues slinging the football.
I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
And here's Connor.
Plowing ahead for about 3.
He's going to be brought down right at midfield.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They'll stay on the ground.
And they're going to stay on the ground with Connor.
Call it a gain of 5.
And he's going to go down at the 46.
Too short here with third down coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high.
Big Ben, and he's going to find Abdul-Jabbar yet again.
Yeah, he is out of bounds, but not before.
And they just continue to roll.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down.
Phillip Rivers, he's pissed on the sideline. I mean, the thing about it, if it wasn't for those 3 turnovers on the second, third, and fourth possession for the Colts, and when it got turned into 3 different touchdowns, that basically cost Indy. And Connor, and he's brought down after a gain of 10.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because
Big Ben, and open, he finds Connor for another first.
Seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
They'll try and run for it.
And here's Connor.
And he'll be stopped
and
just
not much there. He picks up 2 yards on that one.
Give him 2 yards on that one. Second and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now.
And here's Connor.
Keep coming after him, put the
And
pressure
he's
on.
going to be brought down at the 4.
He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
We have a 3rd and goal now.
A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
Big Ben looking. And he's going to find Eric Ebron, but that goes backwards.
They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
I mean, I wouldn't blame Big Ben because he couldn't find nobody. And then Eric Ebron ran back, but I don't think he should have.
They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already.
And Boswell, he's going to put in a field goal to extend the lead to 21.
The lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game.
17.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. Rogers on the return.
He's going to return this one.
And a nice return.
And he's going to be brought down at the 30-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw,
Rivers, and that one's incomplete.
And it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again.
Rivers, and he's going to be taken down.
He's taken down.
It's Wes Gilmore was the one to get him. Now the Colts are trying to move fast.
From the gun, Rivers. He's going to let it fly.
Rivers downfield, and that's dropped.
Incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And great
And they're
special
down
teams
it at
work
the
here. This is knocking
6-yard
on the door of the
line.
5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
But the Pittsburgh Steelers, it looks like that they are on their way to their 2nd straight victory to improve to 11-4 on the season.
They start with a give to Connor.
And here's Connor. A big run for Connor. He gets to the 17 and a 1st down.
As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run here with Connor.
And here's Connor. And they're going to get him down. And the Colts are going to use their 2nd timeout.
As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Roethlisberger will hand to Connor. And he'll go down at the 26.
They're going to get him down at the 26. Brings up a 3rd down. So which means that if the Steelers get a 1st down here, then that's going to be ball game. That's going to be victory formation. And they're going to hand it to Connor, and he picks up the 1st down. And with that, that's going to do it. Victory formation for the Pittsburgh Steelers, as they're going to win this game.
This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out
and
of the
the Pittsburgh Steelers,
the
they're going to win the game.
Counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback,
and Big Ben takes a knee, and that's going to do it. The Pittsburgh Steelers are gonna go to 11-4 on the season. That improves their playoff hopes in the AFC.
So this one
And the Colts dropped to 5-10.
And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah.
So the Pittsburgh Steelers, all they got to hope now is do they catch a playoff spot with this victory?
Out there, jumped on them, and we're never headed.
So for the Steelers, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now in the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, now that one was pretty intense. So basically, it all started when the game was tied and the Colts had got the ball. Then Rivers had turned it over on the next three possessions of Indy, because they scored on their first possession. Then the Steelers answered. Then on the next three possessions of the Colts, the second, third, and fourth drive were all turnovers. 2 fumbles and an interception. All 3 of them got turned into touchdowns by Pittsburgh, and they never looked back. As the Steelers win 38-17 against Indianapolis to improve to 11-4. Now here are the stats. Big Ben threw for 269, 4 touchdown passes, no interceptions, no sacks allowed. That is how you do it as a quarterback. Phillip Rivers, he played a pretty good game. 275 throwing the ball, 2 touchdown passes and an interception, but he got sacked 6 times in that game, and that is not how you win as a quarterback. They've got to get that fixed in the very last week in the season finale. James Conner, he ran for 82 yards on 18 carries, and he got a touchdown. And like I said for Indy, they are not getting that running game involved. Marlon Mack ran twice for only 4 yards. They just couldn't get him involved. I just feel like that they just don't trust the ground game at this point. And here's the receiving. DeAnthony Abdul-Jabbar, he made some brilliant catches. He caught the ball 10 times, 174 on yardage, and he had 2 receiving touchdowns. T.Y. Hilton, 4 catches for 165 and a touchdown. Brandon Green, 4 catches for 77 and a touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, 5 catches for 47 and 2 touchdowns. Zach Pascal, a catch for 32. Eric Ebron, 3 catches for 18. James Conner, 2 catches for 16. Chase Claypool, a catch for 14. And Marlon Mack, 1 catch for only a yard. That's not enough, being as a running back, catching the football. So for the Steelers, it's a very important win as they move to now 11-4 now on the season. And they will hit the road to Cleveland in the season finale to take on the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, they now have double-digit losses now as they fall to 5-10 with the loss, and they will have an opportunity to bounce back at home against Jacksonville. Alright guys, so with that's going to do it for another 1 o'clock game here in the Madden 21 season. Week 16 continues. If you enjoyed this game, be sure to smash that like button, And if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are on the road to 200 subscribers. And yes, we are in 2022 now, so we're hoping to at least get the 200 subscribers this time around. And next game, we're gonna be up at Arrowhead Stadium. Now this next game is gonna be very important. The Atlanta Falcons, they beat Tampa Bay in week 15. Now I had said that they're just one win away from clinching a playoff berth for the first time since 2017. They can get that done if they can defeat the Kansas City Chiefs. But on the flip side, the Buccaneers play right after the Falcons and Chiefs. So if the Buccaneers win and the Falcons lose, then you already know what happens after that. In week 17, the season finale, the Falcons and Buccaneers will do battle, where the winner will officially be the 7th seed in those NFC playoffs. And yeah, next game, the Falcons and Chiefs from Arrowhead. The Falcons can clinch a playoff berth for the first time since 2017 with a win.